Welcome to Most Loved Wrestling, a place where wrestling is most loved. Another week, another Raw. The 1st of July's episode of Raw was everything it needed to be. Nothing more, nothing less. Giving everything that I need to name the top 5 MVPs of this week's Monday Night Raw. However, I can't do that until you've given me a like, subscribe to my bullshit, and hit that notification bell. It helps with the algorithm. So if you like what I'm doing and believe that the world deserves to bear witness, then this is how you can make that happen. This is a wrestling show, so before we talk MVPs, we've got to talk about the wrestling. Xavier Woods defeats Karrion Kross, and Kofi Kingston's the one that pays the price for it. Liv Morgan retains her world championship because of Dom's interference, accidentally of course. Zoe Stark qualifies for the Money in the Bank. I just want to say, Zoe needs more, Zoe deserves more. She's too fucking good for this mid-card shit. She's got a banger theme, one hell of a finish, she's got a great look, a great moveset. Just give her a push at some point. Rey Mysterio defeats his son Dominic because of Liv and Zelina's fighting on the outside accidentally results in Dominic getting knocked off of the top rope. Now we've got poor Liv Morgan begging Dominic for forgiveness. Another qualifier, Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus versus Ilya Dragunov. Drew McIntyre pins his banger bro Sheamus to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match. This was match of the night. By far, it belonged in the main event. Other developments, Chad is still trying to get the Alpha Academy to come home. Damage Control and Mark Women. These girls can't seem to catch a break. The same way that I can't say that it's not been self-inflicted. Ludwig Kaiser is not finished with Sheamus. Apparently Sheamus broke his rib, but I would have thought that would have been Bron Breakker's doing. Speaking of Bron Breakker and Sami Zayn get into it, and Sami's holding his own for a second, but eventually Bron breaks him. Could this be the scene come Saturday at the Money in the Bank PLE? I've got two things that are on my mind quickly before we get into the MVPs. What happened to Sonya Deville? Did they drop the angle abruptly? Or did they pay it off but I just wasn't paying attention? The last time I saw that girl was the week before Clash of the Castle. After that, she just disappeared. Second thing is, I love these entrances where they're coming from the back all the way to the arena, but I don't think they need to be doing it every week. Reason being, I don't want to become accustomed to that. I don't want to stop appreciating how good it looks. Naturally, humans are ungrateful creatures, so I'm just trying to show a little bit of self-awareness, meanwhile protecting the novelty of this type of entrance. Now for the MVPs of Monday Night Raw. 5th place is going to go to the Wyatt 6. I could have easily have gone with Chad Gable, but his story advancements didn't have the same impact on me that Uncle Howdy's did. We've all been wondering and asking what the Wyatt 6's mission statement's actually going to be. Uncle Howdy / Bo Dallas let us know what the mission is. It's to make anybody that belittles or berates their own family for their own gain pay. It explains the attack and the haunting of Chad Gable, and maybe it's sowing the seeds for a future feud with Jey Uso. Him and his family are now apart, not for the same reasons as Chad Gable, but there's nothing implying what their lines are. Maybe it's an additional reason along with the Firefly situation for them to pay a visit to Mr. Yeet, Jey Uso. 4th place, I got Liv Morgan, and I know she's dropped from being the overall MVP last week, but that does not mean that she was not mashing works all night. She continues to be a sick, delusional perv. Like, deep it, if she was a man, she would have been slapped with a restraining order and probably put in handcuffs. However, that's an order that's gonna get lifted. Judgment Day just has a blase chilling in the clubhouse until Daddy Dane pulls up and spoils the fun. She retained her title, she used the Prism Lock, that's Rhea Ripley's submission finisher. She's got new merch saying Liv is finally on top, mocking Rhea Ripley's catchphrase, and the way she's holding Dominic Mysterio in place here just looks wild. This man just looks so vulnerable. I'm telling you, the only reason why this man does not break up is because he's shook of Rhea. And rightfully so. Plus, I don't think we've seen the last of her and Zelina Vega. 3rd place winning a bronze medal is Drew McIntyre. This man is always going to be running for MVP. His behavior is absolutely disgusting. And in my wrestling, that is what I'm here for. Still taunting CM Punk with the bracelet, getting Michael Cole to look after it during his match. That's a bracelet that should mean nothing to him, but that's got CM Punk's family on it and his dog. So the way he sees it, that bracelet is worth £1 million because that will torment CM Punk. Drew McIntyre has become a master storyteller at this point. Even with his rival showing up once a month or less, he still managed to carry this rivalry into a feud of the year candidate. And I'm telling you, not just anyone can do that. And that triple threat match, boy did it cook. I was thinking to give the women's title respect, they should put it last, especially as it's not even going to be at the PLE. I understand why it didn't. They got a story to tell surrounding Liv Morgan that needed to be played out throughout the whole night. Even if you're someone that doesn't want to look at it as a story and just adhere to kayfabe, even for you, it can be justified why this went last over a world championship match. 2nd place, I'm going to give it to Damian Priest. Damian was nearly the MVP. close but no cigar. This guy gave us some stuff to talk about, but some stuff to think about going into the Money in the Bank DLE. And that hype that man got on that South of Heaven chokeslam was great. I'm enjoying the story of him and Judgment Day not being on the same page. It's delivering, and I can't wait for the payoff. Like I said before, I think that it's going to be Money in the Bank, judging by him and Finn Balor's interactions last night. Which brings me to this week's Raw MVP, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Finn Balor. And why not? Just look at his night. Think about it. Who gave you the most to think about with the show closing? And I say it again, I think that he's going to turn on Damian Priest at the pay-per-view. He's going to cost him the world title. Dominic Mysterio told Damian Priest, "You're acting like my dad." Finn Balor says to Damian Priest, "Since you won the world title, you've changed." Which could mean Finn Balor's not going to be alone when Damian Priest gets bamboozled at Money in the Bank. There's a good chance that Finn Balor convinces the Judgment Day to join him on screwing this man over. Remember, they fuck with Liv heavy, but the only one that doesn't is El Campeon. Until Rhea gets back, the only thing that's stopping them from running with Liv freely is Damian Priest. And I have a feeling that maybe Seth Rollins is right. Maybe Finn Balor is jealous of Damian Priest being the world's champion. And tell me what you think about that fist bump situation. Do you think he did it on purpose or not? Did he see it or was he too hurt? It could just be me being cynical, but I think that he saw it and chose to ignore it. The stare after told me so. That was a good go-home show for the Money in the Bank. It done its job. I'm looking forward to the story beats getting paid off in the Raw main event. And Finn Balor, congratulations on your MVP. Thank you for listening to my bullshit. Don't forget to leave a like. Remember to subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below.